This is a Hot Pie Original.
You know, TikTok, I'm sure I'm going to get into, I guess this is going to be trouble now. So TikTok originally starts with teens dancing in their underwear for pervy dudes, right? That's like most things in technology, the early adopters are going to be dudes wanting porn. Early adopters. Early adopters are typically young men. I think in the case of TikTok, the early adopters may have been slightly middle-aged men, but TikTok has evolved from dancing in your underwear in a thong or whatever for dudes to now being a fool. Just having time on your hands and being a dumbass. I mean, is that up for debate too? TikTok, for a lot of us, remember we grew up with Jackass. I still laugh at Jackass. TikTok is it now either two things? You dance in your underwear or you act like a jackass or do a new version of Jackass. What a brilliant idea. You want the prime example of hate the company, love the business? My gosh, I can't think of anything that is a greater waste of time for a creator than this. Oh, I can't think of anything in the last few years that has been more innovative, more simple, arguably with less overhead. TikTok did $3 billion in net profit. My gosh, that's beautiful. I just want to hug somebody. Oh, it's stupid. Oh my gosh, it's brilliant. What a bunch of losers. Wow, that's beautiful. I wish I could afford the stock when it goes initial public offering. It had a net profit of $3 billion. TikTok's valuation is expected to hit $180 billion. $180 billion by the time it has an initial public offering. My gosh, you're a person who has nothing better to do with your life than be an idiot. Wow, that is an amazing company. I wish I could afford the stock. Well, Jeff, what's the issue now? The issue is the latest trust me, this is better than teenagers dancing in their underwear for pervy dudes. Okay? I much prefer this. The latest craze is the Milk Crate Challenge. Okay? What's the Milk Crate Challenge? Pretty much you climb on a bunch of milk crates and you get hurt. And we watch it and laugh. Did I tell you that a net profit of $3 billion last year? An evaluation of $180 billion. So I don't know what's better than teens dancing in a thong. Apparently, loser dudes standing on milk crates until they get hurt and fall and get hurt. How about that? Is that not brilliant? Is that not stupid but brilliant? Is that not pathetic and brilliant? I mean, hate the art, love the business. Phenomenal business. Man, the Chinese did it right here. The Chinese knew. You know how we can get rich? Let Americans dance in their underwear, show their butt cheeks, and let American loser men hurt themselves, and we'll get rich. I'm sorry, it's not a Chinese company. Trump fixed that, right? He made it an American company, sort of, kind of, not really. Yeah, so now the problem is that hospitals around the country are now asking people who are standing on milk carts, crates. They're putting up these crates, standing on top of them, isn't that funny, and then falling down. And that's your day. It's called the Crate Challenge. Participants stack the milk crates in a podium that ascends, then gradually descends, sort of like an Olympic podium of losers. Okay? If you think of the Olympic podium, think of a guy with baggy shorts who's a punk loser. He climbs up there. His buddies, who are dateless and sexless, video him. He falls down. He gets hurt. We laugh out loud. TikTok has a valuation of $180 billion. Tell me they don't have this figured out? So it's become a problem, and a lot of people are obviously getting hurt. It can be kind of a bummer to fall about 15 feet down the crates. So that's where we are. We've gone from, I don't know if we've morphed from, I don't know if dancing in your underwear is still a thing, probably is. But just to show you that the early adopters are always going to be young men. So young men and middle-aged men want to stare at girls, and then they want to watch each other do stupid stuff. And oh, by the way, did I mention they had a net profit of $3 billion? John McClellan is the co-founder and creator of ATX Hot Sauce in all 50 states, now in several retail outlets as well. So we're going to turn it over to the social media rock chef superstar, and we're going to walk through a few sauces and why you should buy. We've done beet heat. So we're second in line now for the tasting. Don't forget, everyone, go to atxhotsauce.com. So here we go.
All right. So this one is our smoked habanero 5-pepper. We smoke habaneros with ancho,
Is that going to hurt?
This one? No,
Yeah.
This one's actually really, really good.
Okay.
This is like your traditional tapatía, but without the vinegar in it, right? And because of that fermentation process that we've talked about all the time. This one is great on sandwiches, pizzas, things like that. Great on hot wings. I think you're going to really like this one too, especially the smoky flavor with the adobe chipotle and the smoked habaneros. We actually smoked the habaneros before we.
Does that go with the cab?
This would not go with the cab. This would go with the great Chenin Blanc, though.
I teed you up with that one.
Yeah, yeah.
That is good. That's
Yeah,
good.
isn't that good? It's just classic take. Well, it's a new take on a classic item. So it's called smoked habanero 5-pepper.
All right, don't forget
One of my favorites.
Don't forget atxhotsauce.com. You know what is hilarious? I hate to take other people's material, but I'm going to take somebody else's material. So The Daily Show, this guy, Jordan Klepper is his name. He does these man on a street stories. And it just seems like it's a cliche, right? It just seems like such an old act. It's never going to work. He pulls it off, man. And he pulls it off because it's easy. He even admits, what I like is he even admits, you pretty much just stick me in there into a big group of MAGA hats, and it's going to turn out to be pretty ignorant. So in this one, first of all, the first person I think that he talks to, she's wearing an F cancel culture shirt. And people are smoking and flipping him off. The audio is pretty good. The video is hilarious. So you know how this works. He does a thing for The Daily Show, and I think it's pretty freaking entertaining.
Normally when I'm in search of an angry mob of people screaming anti-science, deep state, vaccine, microchip, conspiracy jazz, I head to the heartland of America. But it turns out I can find those very same people right here in my own backyard, in New York City. That's right. Last week, outside of Mayor Bill de Blasio's home, there was a group protesting his new mandate that customers show proof of vaccination in order to enter restaurants, gyms, and theaters. It was a mix of hardcore anti-vaxxers, people who are okay with vaccines but hated the mandate, and then, of course, some people who put together a Joker costume once, loved the attention, so now that's pretty much all they do.
I'm the only one in my family that hasn't gotten the vaccine. It's not approved by FDA. I don't know what's in that. Women are miscarrying. People are having their DNAs wiped out.
What? What do you mean, like completely wiped out?
Yeah, they're telling women that it's okay for you to get the vaccine.
What does it mean their DNA is wiped out?
Like their immunity is getting wiped
Because I
out.
would say like COVID wiped out 600,000 DNAs.
Yes, of course, you know?
Actually, some people have died from the vaccine. Don't believe me, go to the media, go to the Google or...
Some people have died from COVID.
Yes.
So many more than from the vaccine.
One thing with me, I try not to argue facts.
I don't believe that suggesting strongly and coming out with mandates for vaccine is a way of medical intervention. This is not what I believe in.
That's a lot of quotes. People from both sides of the issue came from far and wide to express their hate or love of vaccines.
I think you're killing people. I think you're killing people.
Don't get your vaccine!
Come over here, let me cough on you.
Oh, full of shit. You know, Ron DeSantis and Ted Cruz have both been vaccinated. Bullshit.
This is why I love doing interviews in New York. You're from Pennsylvania.
Yes, because we know it's coming to Pennsylvania.
How important is it like that to think ahead to protect something before it gets out of control?
It's everything. It's everything, because once it's gone out of control, you don't reel it in.
Right, like that's why it's important for everybody to get a vaccine, squash it before it gets out of control.
That's why what?
It's important that we take the vaccine, squash it,
Oh my
get
God,
herd
what side are you on? Are you nuts?
No, what were you talking
I'm not
about?
talking to you.
What were you talking about?
I am not for the vaccine. Are you out of your mind?
Well, you were just talking about getting ahead of it.
Getting ahead of the mandate.
The mandate is what's spreading.
Yes. We don't want the mandate to come to PA. We don't want to take the vaccine.
Oh.
Why should I?
You see why I'm confused, though.
Clearly, putting potentially harmful toxins into your body was something these anti-vax mandate health nuts were very concerned about.
My name is Edwin de la Cruz, and I'm running for city council.
Running for New York office.
As a Republican.
As a Republican.
The science is still new. We still have question marks. We rushed the science.
We were moving at warp speed.
Well, we moved at warp speed.
So Donald Trump rushed it.
Not correct.
Who rushed it?
Who rushed it? Can I ask, how about if we change places and I start attacking you?
You're the one who's running for public office.
The Republicans of New York were clearly trying to move on from the past, and in some cases, forgetting it completely.
My name is Vish Burra, and I'm the vice president of the New York Young Republican Club. This is a protest against the anti-freedom mandates from a petty tyrant like Bill de Blasio.
Do you think this is something the founding fathers would support?
The founding fathers would support vaccine mandates.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe so.
George Washington had a vaccine mandate.
Well, that's okay.
Oh,
that's okay.
Oh, he's a lower founding father.
I mean, I love the lore, but at the end of the day, we are the ones who have to deal with what is going on in America today.
What are you going to miss out on if this mandate prevents you from doing it?
I just tried to get some Thai. I love Thai food. I just tried to get some Thai food around the corner. They told me I couldn't sit down and eat.
I can't go in a restaurant. I can't go to a music club.
50% more people who are not going to go out to eat.
How are they going to get food?
Exactly.
Yeah, right?
So maybe they'll go out of state and come back. Who knows?
If only like the city had a seamless way to get food to their door, fresh, direct way to get there, you know?
Maybe that's it.
Their point is this mandate is a slippery slope that only leads to hyperbole.
So many don't get it. It's 1937, and never again is now.
Do not comply to showing your papers. This isn't Nazi Germany.
Maybe you can help me out. I'm seeing signs that say vaccine mandates are fascism, and also signs that say vaccine mandates are communism. Which one is it?
It's both.
It's both. Those are diametrically opposed ideologies.
I don't think it's communism. I think it's more like a dictatorship. Like we're living in like a Nazi Germany again. The only thing that's missing is the camps and the gas.
That's what's happening right now?
Yes.
Because you can't go to a concert?
I can't go to a concert. I can't go to a gym.
Do you think that's what it was like in Nazi Germany? People were bitching about not going to a gym?
Regardless of our differences, this was still New York, a melting pot crammed onto an island.
All right, you got to. It's just you got to see it to appreciate it. Everyone's smoking. That's the part that that's the maddening part. Oh, you're into nuts and twigs. I'm into nuts and twigs. But you're eating beef jerky and smoking cigarettes and talking about what goes into your body. That's a little bit of a disconnect.
From the Hot Pie Media Studios in Austin, Texas, it's the Jeff Ward Show. Listen at jeffwardshow.com.